All right, we are firing on all cylinders, and I'm here with Director of MA Web Centers, Jason Pellin, one of my favorite people on the planet. Thanks for taking some time for us, Jason.
Of course. Thanks for inviting me. I am so excited about what we're doing here with TLS and Web Centers. So up for a good session today.
Indeed. Thank you for all your hard work on this because it's really, really incredible what you've done and how much you've put into this. So I think we all can just comment below. Thank you, Jason. A big thank you. So what is a DMS site, Jason?
So it stands, a lot of people ask, what does that DMS stand for? Well, it's a digital marketing suite. And it's interesting because it's not just a website. That's why we call it a suite of services that we'll talk a little bit about. But the core of that suite is really a website. So a digital marketing suite with a website to brand yourself as an unfranchised owner and really help you grow your business.
That's right. So Jason has actually created templated websites for TLS, for Nutrametrics, for web centers, for even just branding yourself as an unfranchised owner. So if you wanted a recruiting lead generation and franchise owner website, you could even get one of those because he has put some serious time and effort into these, and they're beautiful and they're amazing and they're so easy to use. So why a DMS site? Well, I got to tell you that if you are on this line and listening to us right now and you're looking to increase your online presence and brand yourself, in any of these divisions, but we're specifically talking about TLS, right? So if you're looking to brand yourself within the TLS division, if you want something working for you that's attracting clients, like it's a beautiful online site where, it's really working for you 24/7, you couple that with the marketing app and you are like the most professional, leveraged, credible unfranchised owner on the planet. I mean, they literally took this business up 100 notches as far as professionalism, branding, leverage, and capability. With the addition of your DMS templates, Jason, and the marketing app, I mean, it literally couldn't get any better. So it really is for, wouldn't you agree, UFOs that are looking to increase their online presence, increase their professionalism and online brand. I think it's really great for existing health professionals, fitness professionals, registered dietitians, anyone who's wanting to really become a really awesome TLS coach, certified coach, trainer. I think any UFO really who just wants to start and has it and isn't in the health background doesn't have that. That is almost even like, dream come true for someone like that, like who doesn't have a background in health, doesn't have a background and wants to brand themselves and begin that process, because everything is a process, right, Jason?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the reason why we really wanted to go this route was we all have incredible sites focused on retail through the company, right? Everyone has a gorgeous TLSslim.com website. We've got the products, we've got the services, we've got the call to actions, we've got the health guide and journal, we've got the weight loss profile, we've got all of that technology to help you grow a retail business. But the one thing that we don't have is the capability for you to tell your own story. You can tell the story of TLS and the brand and the success that we've seen, but you have no other way to really brand yourself as that professional. As you were saying, Melanie, some people might be using social media, maybe branding yourself on Facebook or LinkedIn, which is great, but how much more professional is it when you have your own website?
That's right.
It's similar to even email. Do you have an @gmail.com or do you have a, @mybusinessname.com? Because perception is reality. And more so than even just a business card, you're really able to maximize your online presence when you have a site like this that tells your story.
Oh, totally. To do this on your own, what we're about to show you guys, and please be sitting on the edge of your seats because it will blow your mind if you did not see it at the breakouts during MAWC, either Jason's or mine. To do this on your own, thousands and thousands of dollars. Whether you designed it, it's a ton of your time. If you had somebody else design it, even if you created your own website through MA Web Centers, it's going to be, 12 $1,200, not including other services. So this is a pretty amazing thing that you guys put together for us, because it's so cost effective. It's so leveraged. I mean, it literally cuts down the time from start to finish in the sense of concept to going live. It cuts it down by, I mean, what would you even say, like 90%?
Oh, easily, easily. If you were to start from scratch, you're looking at weeks to months to develop the concept and the content to then put it together. And if you're looking for design, I mean, you're even looking at 3 to 5 to maybe upwards of $10,000 if you went to a traditional marketing firm to build out what we have given you. And yeah, you still need to customize it a little bit on your own. And that's a little bit of time, but we're giving you such a huge head start on that.
Oh my gosh. I mean, and so Jason and allow me to access that sort of back end. And I can't tell you how easy it is. I wouldn't consider myself a techie person by any stretch of the imagination. I'm probably like intermediate. And I can believe how easy this is to use. But why don't we show them what they're getting? Should they take advantage of this, because it's really incredible. So Jason's going to share his screen. He's going to show you what he got, what he's got in the cooker.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I also want to make sure that people know that if you were to do this through web centers, you've got a setup cost, right? You've got a wholesale setup cost if you are a web center owner. If not, you'd have to work with a web center owner. You'd then have a monthly recurring cost to keep it updated. But we've given you, as an unfranchised owner, such an incredible deal because we're going to waive the setup fee. So there is no setup fee for what we're going to showcase. And it's simply $24.95 per month to get access to what we're going to show you. And I know we probably should have shown you everything first, but I just want to let you know that the thousands of dollars to set up a website have been waived. It's $0. And most companies would have hosting of upwards of, $50, $80, $100, $150 per month. So we've cut that down drastically because, again, the whole focus of this is to help you succeed, give you the tools and resources, not only to attract new clients and customers, but also can be a great business building tool because it's in your arsenal of things that you can share with people that want to start their own business and what they have at their, fingertips. So what we're looking at right now is a preview of the TLS coaches website, or the template, I should say. Now, when we have these previews, the nice thing that I want you to recognize is that they're all responsive. And for those that may not be techie, right, Mel, you're intermediate, you probably understand this, but for those that maybe aren't as technical, responsive means that depending on the device that someone's looking at the site, whether it's a desktop or a laptop, or maybe an iPad or their phone, the website will automatically organize itself in the content to make sure that it's easy to read and easy to navigate and easy to use. So in this preview, you can see that it's not just a bunch of pictures, it is actually dynamic. So you can actually scroll through. And what we're going to do is we're going to post this link in the Facebook group so that you can take a look at these previews page by page. So as you hover over this, you can actually click on each of these pages yourself to see what we've made available. Same thing on the tablet. And of course, when we talk about being user friendly, we realize that 70% of internet traffic comes from a mobile device. So that mobile view is very important. In fact, you have a little button here that says maybe call me or email me. That's something that you're not going to have that on a computer desktop site, call me. It doesn't make sense, right? But on the phone, it does. So we've organized the content based on the device as well. So we're going to take a closer look page by page, and we're going to expand it into the full website for you. So what I want to show you, we'll start at the home page. I think that's a good place to start, right, Melanie?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, I just want to say that this is absolutely beautiful. And even if you didn't want this header, there's other header options like hero banners, we call them. So this is an image, right? And so people can swap out that image. They can change the fonts. I'm just somewhat like psychic, mildly psychic. Jason, I know they're like already thinking these things. So I just wanted to say that so they can just move on from that and focus on what you're saying. But also, you guys, isn't this beautiful? Like, isn't this gorgeous? Come on, like, give me some love here. Give some Jason some love here. Who do we got on the line, by the way? I know I just come, let us know who's all here too. So, all right, keep going, Jason.
Yeah, and to your point, the idea is that this is very user friendly. It's 100% customizable, meaning that you could scrap this down to a blank slate and start over if you wanted. I don't think that you'd want to do that. However, you could do that if you want to customize it. There are a couple things that we've locked in place, specifically like disclaimers, right? I think that's important. We have those product disclaimers, so those are here. But let's go ahead and scroll down the homepage, and you'll see that the biggest thing is a call to action, right? Get ready to start. Personalizing your journey is easy. And of course, we've used the same banner to really guide people to providing their email address and getting their health guide for free. So one of the first things that you're going to customize is when they click on this button, they're going to go to your tlsslim.com website. Now, if we don't have your specific TLS site, it's going to go to the corporate site. So that's going to be in our instructions and in kind of our checklist of activities, things that you're going to want to update as soon as you get started. Okay. Now, again, there's two sides of this. The first is maybe someone wants to learn more about programs and someone wants to learn more about becoming a coach, right? So it's both retailing and expanding distribution. We've got both sides of this here. But as we roll down, someone might be, asking themselves, what is TLS, right? What are these four components? And you can see as I hover over, there's little pop-out descriptions. And I love that,
Love it.
right?
So fun.
It's so dynamic, it's user-friendly, and it's really what consumers are looking for today, right? That engagement on the website. And of course, as we scroll down, we then have a place for you to customize your contact information. Do you want to have your home address on there? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. That's up to you. Maybe you've got a
Yeah, maybe you work out of a gym, and maybe you have a home office, maybe you have a brick and mortar. I mean, yeah, it's really customizable, this part. And then of course your social media handles, right, Jason?
Absolutely. So we've put most of them here, but you could delete them. Maybe you don't have a WhatsApp, or maybe you're not using Pinterest. You can just remove that very easily and then add whatever your channels are on some of these other networks. And I'll give you a little tip. Maybe you're not leveraging one of these channels personally, but you want to leverage the TLS corporate channels. You could actually put the corporate channel there so that you're actually promoting the brand alongside yourself. And that's kind of like a great tip for you,
For sure.
right? So that's the home page, right? And of course, maybe someone clicks on next programs. And what I love about this is that it gives you the flexibility as a coach to populate any information about your particular programs that you are running, right? Maybe you're running some classes and events.
Change what it says, like where it says our next or my next programs or whatever. It doesn't even have to say that. They can change that, right?
Absolutely. 100% customizable, right? Very easy with a click of a button. So some people might say, well, Jason, I don't have any events. I'm just getting started. Well, great. We've got some incredible events that are taking place with you, Melanie and Sosan, right? Running these incredible campaigns. Well, what you can do is you can populate this calendar with the corporate events. So you're leveraging what is already in place from TLS and yourself. So you're branding the company and you're branding yourself, and it's leveraging yourself to the max so that you can promote these things without having to be 100% fully vested yourself.
That's right. Well, spring into action could be on there.
Absolutely. And we'll actually put those banners here. So if people want to, add those banners to their site, they can do that. And then just some basic information from TLS, coaching, the videos, a little bit of the community. But then, of course, the call to action is always to grab information, right? You want people that are interested to, maybe they're not willing to pick up the phone or email you, but they're willing to put in their information for a form. They can sign up for a newsletter. You can have your own email newsletter if you want. So we've given you the tools. And the best thing is that we put it in place for you to easily use. But if you don't want to, we've also made it easy to hide or remove. So we'd rather give you everything up front and have you kind of remove things rather than coming up with the content on your own.
Yeah, easier to remove than to invent.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. In terms of your story, that's important, right? If you're going to be coaching someone, you want to share your story about TLS, maybe as a coach or as a customer. How are you introduced to the products? Of course, Melanie, this is not a picture of you or I, is it?
No.
So one of the first things that you'll do is you'll add your own image there,
That's
right?
right.
And then of course, you're definitely going to want to change this because this text is just instructional, right? This text is a paragraph for you to change. So you'll click on that and basically just tell your story or copy and paste it from a document.
Love it.
As we scroll down, we've added in some TLS testimonials, but I encourage you, if you are a coach and you've got your own client testimonials, this is a great place to showcase it, right? Maybe why people believe in me or why people believe in us and our program. You can customize some of these testimonials. And of course, one of my favorite components of this is how we can tie into sharing the story about the products, right? What are your favorite products? So of course, we've got the new TLS Thermochrome V6 here. And all of these product images, again, you could highlight the ones that you love most. You could hide some of these that maybe you only want to have 3 or 4 products. That's up to you. Now, I will tell you that these are just images because we don't want to drive traffic just to the TLSslim.com site. We want you to leverage your own TLS Slim site. So one of those checklists of activities is to come in here. When you click on it in the editor, you're going to add your own TLSslim.com site address with that product. So if someone clicks on TLS Thermochrome V6, they go to your TLS Slim website on that product detail page where they can certainly check out and buy that product there.
Yeah, so easy and cool. I love it.
Yeah. And again, they can update as we get new products like what? One of my favorite things, the TLS Nutrition Shake Cookies and Cream. I am crazy about it. So maybe you want to feature that. Okay. All right. So as we hover back up, we can come to packages. And packages really talks about maybe the 30-day jump start or maybe some seasonal campaigns. And if you're coaching, maybe you have your own packages that you're promoting. And all of this is, again, approved by legal, approved by compliance so that you know you're in safe harbor. All of it comes from the TLSslim.com website or the TLS division. That's another benefit of using this type of site rather than doing it your own. Because if you do it on your own, you're liable for the content that you're putting out on the internet, right?
For sure.
And again, we're going to go ahead and make sure that you have access to all of this as a preview so you can take a look at all of these pages in more detail. I think there's certainly a lot of value in testimonials. What about you, Melanie?
Yes, definitely. This has got a really cool feature, you guys. I love it. It's my favorite.
Yeah. So under the testimonials, again, you might want to add your own success stories. We've got some populated right here from TLS. And of course, a before and after, right? You know, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So the neat thing about the tool that we use for before and after is this little slider. So if I slide over here, that's the before, I slide it over and there's the after.
So fun.
So the user, you know, it kind of gamifies it a little bit, makes it a dynamic website. And I think this is an incredible one. When we look at here, we slide it over and it's like, wow,
Yeah.
right? That's a great success story.
So fun. I love it.
Right. So it is fun. And then, of course, some product testimonials that come in the form of TLS videos that have been, loaded up on YouTube. We've got those populated. Or maybe you have your own client testimonials that you want to put on here. We make it so, again, it's a skeleton, it's a shell for you to start with. But if you want to customize it, you can. But you're ready right out of the gates to take action on this website without having to take 30 days, 60 days to kind of build out that website.
For sure, for sure.
And of course, we now have become a coach, right? So maybe you're talking to some individuals, maybe they're personal trainers, maybe they're just, trying to find a lifestyle coaching type of business. Well, what better business than Marketing America and TLS Weight Loss Solutions? So we're going to talk a little bit about becoming a coach. And of course, the call to action is, hey, you want to get in touch, pull out your information and, send me an email and I can call you or I can email you. They want to research and get some more information, right? We talk about the benefits of becoming a coach, but this is powerful here. There's a lot of people, wouldn't you agree, Melanie, that are looking to get into some type of coaching business now?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of all the rage right now.
Right. Or they want to become a coach. They want to start their own coaching business. So they're like, okay, I'm going to create my own Facebook group. All right, that's a good start. But what do they get with TLS Weight Loss Solution, right? What do they get with the TLS division? Well, they get all the tools and resources. They get the recipes and the plans. They get recognition. They get training. They get the products, right? And they get the sales and marketing tools and materials. So it really is like having a coaching business in a box, right?
Yeah.
And with the training that you guys offer and our resources and technology, you can't help but succeed if you just simply plug into that system. So this is a place where you can, people say, well, I'd like more information. Melanie, it's great that you've got this business, but, can you send me some information? Yeah, absolutely. Let's set up a time to talk, but let me send you my website. And they have a chance to look through this site.
Yeah, absolutely. Even just this page, you could send it to them, send them this page, because you can tweak some of the content on here a little bit, but I think there's some, standard stuff too, that Jason has put in place that can't be changed because again, we're keeping everybody in safe legal harbor. So you don't have to worry about a thing, which is incredible. So I love it. And it's, and we have different looks and feels too. So this one might not feel like you, but Jason has created several templates. So, and several options again, where you can swap out the hero banner, or didn't you create one specifically for fitness professionals as well, Jason?
I did. And we can go ahead and move over to that site real quick. On that site, as well as this one here, you'll see the blog menu as well. Right now, that blog goes over to the TLS blog, right? So we've got incredible content writers. We've got incredible social media team, Melanie, yourself, Suzanne, Dr. Mason, all creating great content that you can have access to on this page. But maybe there's someone that has their own blog or wants to start blogging themselves. They could actually link up their own blog internally here, so they could use this as a blog site as well, which I think is pretty exciting for this division.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so as we move over, let's go ahead and take a look at the fitness professional. And I'll tell you, I did this selfishly. I did it selfishly. For those that don't know, my background is in personal training, and I only wish I had something like this when I first started my TLS business, my Market America business. When I was a personal trainer, I had to start from scratch and build my own website, and it looked like I built my own website, right?
So I call that amateur hour, and there is a lot of that out there.
Yes.
And that's where this is really going to set you apart. And I love it. I love every bit of it. I can't wait.
So being a fitness professional, I said, well, there's a lot of people that are leveraging TLS that might have their own business, their own clientele. Maybe they are a personal trainer. Maybe they're doing group classes. Maybe they're a Zumba instructor. Maybe they're a Pilates instructor. Maybe they have their own CrossFit facility, whatever it might be. This template is going to require a little bit more customization because it really is going to depend on your business, right? Your traditional type of business. But the idea is we made it simple and easy to do so. But on this page, obviously the hero image is different because we really want you to focus on branding yourself and your traditional business, and then leveraging TLS as a complement to that. So you might change this out to be an image of your own business. And as we scroll down, maybe you don't offer a free trial, right? That's something that you'll want to customize. However, maybe you do. Maybe that you've got classes. They could book themselves into a class in this, but maybe they don't. You could just remove that button, and that's easy to do. Maybe you have your own studio, right? You'd probably want to add a picture of your own studio, right, Melanie?
Yep, definitely.
You don't want to have your clients come to your website and be like, whoa, that doesn't look anything like the facility that I go to. So you're going to want to customize this a little bit, but at least it's a placeholder and it's something to start with.
For sure.
And then to complement it, we now have those same 4 components around TLS right here on this page, right? The body composition, supplementation, education, and we did put in the menu of becoming a coach. And each of these will then move over to another page specifically where they can get more information about each of those categories.
Yeah.
And because the main focus on this page or this template really was that it was a fitness related business that's leveraging TLS, we then put this call to action a little bit lower on the page. But it's simple that you could actually move this up higher in the page if you wanted. You basically click an arrow, an up arrow, and it moves it up for you. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Okay?
It is. It's so simple. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it.
And of course, we realize that most people are doing their own little blogging. So this ties into the blog here. And again, if you're not blogging currently, you would just switch that over to the TLS blog. Okay. Of course, classes are really going to depend on what you're offering. If you don't offer Pilates, I recommend that you hide or delete that page. Makes sense, right? But maybe you are doing something related to, any of these items, you would just customize the content and the name of that page.
Yep.
And of course, we got support documents and professionals that can help you do so. But again, we wanted to have something in place that was easier to edit rather than to create. I think creating content is the one thing that stops people from branding themselves online because they get stuck.
And it's very time consuming. Incredibly. I've personally, because my background is in traditional business, have created and started several websites and built several businesses with, outside of Market America. And I can tell you, I mean, the hours and the thousands and thousands of dollars. And oh my gosh, I cannot even believe that this is like 25 bucks a month. I mean, seriously, it just blows my mind. It's so exciting. It keeps me up at night, honestly. And so, and so let's show. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. We're in the editor, right?
Yeah. So I loaded a screen where once you purchase and have your own digital marketing site, you log in and you get access to edit the website. So when you click on edit website, you come up to we call it what you see is what you get. So you're actually editing what appears to be your website. You can see it. And I know there's a lot of platforms out there, very popular platforms, that you have to exit and it's all like text heavy. It's like a blogging tool, and then you've got to publish it, and then you got to go see what it looks like, and you say, oh, well, that picture doesn't really show up where I want it to be. Let me go back into the editor. You got to keep going back and forth. But you can kind of edit and see what it's going to look like as you go. So to give you an idea, maybe we're going to go to the Meet Me page. I can come over here to the Pages button, and I find Meet Me. When I click on Meet Me, it's going to load up that page. And now as I come down here, I know that I got to change my image. So I would click on the image, and it's going to say, great. Do I want to edit it? Do I want to crop it, Photoshop it, or do I need to replace it? Well, in this case, I need to replace it. And when I do that, it opens up the image library. But of course, your photo is not going to be in our image library. At least I hope not, right? So you're going to need to click on the upload button and simply upload a photo from your device. Now, you could do this on your phone, you could do it on your tablet or your computer. It's easy to edit no matter what device you're on. And then you would replace that image. You would simply come over here and then click, and it opens up a little toolbar where now you can literally just highlight and now start typing your new content.
One, what's so great about this is you can change the color, the font. It's just like working in Word document. I mean,
Yep.
this or email. I mean, it literally could not be more simple, more intuitive. I mean, I honestly, if you have the courage to click, you'll you'll be able to figure this out. So it's pretty easy to edit. When you gave me access to it, Jason, I was like, I don't need to. I don't need help with this. I got it. So it's really incredible.
Yeah, I remember I kept checking in saying, hey, do we need to do a screen share? Do we need to log in? Do we need to do some work? You said, I got it. I got it.
I got it. It's easy.
So easy. And one of the more advanced questions that we get sometimes as well, what fonts do you have? Well, you could use any font. You can add a Google font. So if you already have some branding in place, this isn't just for newbies, Melanie. This could be for the most advanced user as well. So don't take this lightly. Don't think that this is just a set it and forget it easy type of thing that's just for new people that don't have a website. This could be for even the most advanced user where we have some incredible capabilities. Okay. So as easy as that, right? So we've changed the content. It's been saved. Now it's saved in the background because maybe you want to do some edits, but you don't want the live internet world to see those edits yet. So we're going to wait for you, almost like you're in the back room editing, and then you can simply click the publish button. When you click publish, then all those changes go live on the internet. What I love best about that is that you can dedicate some time, maybe once a month, to go in and make some edits, or maybe an hour a week, do some things, but you only have to publish it when you're ready. And I think that's another challenge in web design or web development. People don't maintain their website because they're like, oh, I've got to get this entire page done today, or I can't publish my website because it's not ready yet, right? We've made it as easy as possible. And you'll get to see all these other pages that we have. And there's other neat tools and widgets, and we'll have more training for this. But the idea is that we've made it as user-friendly as possible and accessible and affordable. So what you would do is simply come over here to explorema.com. And when you click on this little button that says Start Now, you basically just add your contact information.
So this is how they can take advantage and get one.
Yep, exactly. So you simply go to explorema.com, click on Start Now. You fill in this little form of information, and when you click on Select, a little pop-out is going to appear with all of our unfranchise related templates. So under category, you'll see that we have one created for UFOs. We currently have 8 different templates available. You would simply find the TLS coach and then select that as your option. So, stay tuned. We're going to be having more, campaigns and sections and things that you can add into your DMS website. On the back end, we'll have another training on this, but on the back end, Melanie, I think a lot of people don't realize that we're doing more than websites. We also have a contact database, which means that we have tools like email marketing, and it's built into it. So you don't have to worry about having your own constant contact, your own MailChimp account. You actually have your own email marketing template designs, as well as campaign tool as part of your DMS. So when you log in, you can actually create and send out your own email newsletters to your customers and your clients as well.
This is so crucial, you guys. Like this right here, if you had your own website, would be like a whole nother plugin and cost. And, what would you want? MailChimp, or do you want this or that? Or, it honestly, the fact that that is included is priceless. I mean, I don't even know how you included everything you did with this email, capturing lead capture. Because here's the thing, this isn't just a pretty brochure on the internet, you guys, right? Because that is what a lot of websites are. They're a pretty brochure. This one is collecting information and allowing you to create a database and then communicate with that database. That is incredible. So not only is it helping you increase the sales on your retail side, but it's also helping you recruit with the interest in becoming a coach page. And then, so this ability, again, on your own, doing it on your own outside of this is thousands of hours, thousands of dollars. And this is so streamlined. This is so simple, so easy, so leveraged. It's absolutely fantastic. I want to answer a couple real quick questions. Number one is, yes, this is being recorded. Yes, it will be accessed. It's already going live on the Facebook page for coaches. So it's there, it will stay there. And then I'll put the recording as well on our coaches YouTube channel. The other thing is there's people who are, they have their major and then their minor, right? So some people are majoring in TLS and minoring in Nutrimetrics, or majoring in web centers. And, I actually have an owner who has 2 DMS sites, one for her web center and one for Nutrimetrics. Because whenever she meets anybody, whenever she talks to anybody new, she wants to have a very clear message, right? Because sometimes you're talking to someone and it's very clear they're a such and such, right? So when I went and found a new chiropractor, for example, here in this area that I'm in, I recently found a new chiropractor. And when I went in and he asked me what I did, guess what answer I gave him? I gave him the Nutrimetrics answer. I didn't give him the unfranchised answer. I didn't give him the TLS answer. I gave him the Nutrimetrics answer. And now he's coming on board.
Wow.
Yeah, which is great. And I love that. But you can't marry a TLS DMS site and marry the Nutrimetrics and have both for the small percentage of UFOs that are doing both, or the small percentage that are doing both web centers and shopping and shopping financial, so plus I find that to be highly ineffective. One of the things that the reason she went with 2 websites is because she was considering creating her own website and telling the world that she does this and she does this and she does this. And in the marketing world, the marketing and sales world, which I have been in my entire adult life, says, don't do that. right? Because you're jack of all trades, master of none, and you don't have you're not calling out your clear audience. You're not calling out your clear customer base or your clear, whoever you want to attract. And so the more simple, the more specific that your marketing message is, the better results you're going to get. So it wouldn't make sense to marry any of these together and make them like the TLS Nutrimetric site or the, whatever. In my opinion, Jason, it wouldn't be worth it.
Well, it would be like putting two puzzles together, and it would be hard to make them look and be branded well, right? So we have certain color schemes and fonts and things that work well together within that division. And when we start working with another division, it's almost like there's a disconnect, right? You need to make sure that in marketing, there's a continuity. You want to have something that's a congruent message. However, I will tell you that phase 2 of this, and it will be released soon, is that the editor, let me show you, has something called sections. So that means I'm on the TLS coaches site, and maybe under here, you'll see this little plus sign. This is add section. So we've got these preloaded sections of website content. And of course, you would need to change the images and the content. However, what we're adding, and I will let you know this, what we're adding is at the bottom of this will be an unfranchised owner section, and it will be all the different sections that we have available. So you don't want to have maybe an entire page on your TLS site that then kind of looks like Nutrimetrics, but you might want to have a section from the Nutrimetrics template that you like, that you want to steal and add into your TLS site. So you'll be able to drag and drop that one section into your existing site. So we're making it so that maybe you're not marrying them entirely, but you'll be able to take some pieces and kind of splice them together where they see and where they're best fit. So maybe on the TLS fitness professional page, maybe there's one that says become a coach, and maybe it says, are you a health professional? And when they click on that, it might have a quick blurb about Nutrimetrics and one little section that talks about the high level reasons why they might want to get some information about Nutrimetrics with a call to action. Are you interested? Email me, let's set an appointment. So we're going to make it so that you can leverage these without having to have, all 8 templates, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But stay tuned. It will be rolled out as soon as we have some of these worked out.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the smartest way to do it for sure. I think somebody has a question that you can answer, Laura Smith, in the chat, Jason. And somebody wants to know, again, can you go over how they can go on Explore MA and get started with this?
Yes, absolutely. So let's go ahead in the chat.
So with the blog tab, if we have one we are creating and we add APN for products to go to our personal TLS Slim site, that's more your department, friend.
It is. So, and again, that's an advanced case. The average UFO is not going to understand what we even said, right? But APN is the Affiliate Publisher Network. It's a tool that you have as an unfranchised owner where you can publish any of our products on a website or blog, whereby people can purchase those products. And in the background, the checkout is happening from shop.com. We do have a policy in place as a company that you can't sell any MA branded products on a website or blog. They have to go through an MA branded website like shop.com or tlsslim.com or motivescosmetics.com. However, we realize that we're missing the boat in having a lot of other websites and blogs that want to feature our products. So we have a tool called the APN. You can access that information from your unfranchised.com under My Account, My Services. You'll see where it says Affiliate Publisher Network. You're going to get some information about that, but you can search for whatever products that you want. So Laura, what you would do is you might come down here, and instead of using the images of my favorite products, you would work with our support teams, or if you're technical, savvy, right? Or maybe intermediate like Mel, I'm sure you could figure it out. We would have a widget, and that widget, when we click on the widget library, is called an HTML widget. It's basically a piece of code. You would simply drag that over and drop it onto your website. And then you would simply paste the link that you get from your unfranchised.com. So when you search the products that you want to feature on your blog or your website, you would simply just copy and paste that code here. It says add your custom HTML here, which you're getting from unfranchised.com. When you update that widget all of those products will be populated here on your TLS or Nutrimetrics website or your blog. And then if someone clicked on that product, they could check out and purchase that product from here. But in the background, it's happening on shop.com.
Yeah, so cool. So cool. I just love it. I'm just beside myself.
Yeah, so lots of functionality, advanced functionality, but also we've set it up so that anyone can use it and not have to worry about using the APN widget if they don't want to.
Right. Okay. So if you want to take advantage of one of the templates for, and even check out the other ones, which are incredible, you definitely want to go over to explorema.com, explorema.com.
Right.
And guess what it says? Launch your digital marketing suite below.
Right. We've tried to make it as simple as possible. People say, well, where do I go? Just click on the button that says start now. It's loading right now. But once you're on this page, right, it says start now, right? So it's a very short page. You just click on start now. When you go on this page, it's going to ask you for your contact information. It's also going to ask for your distributor or your unfranchised ID. Again, why? Because this is for unfranchised owners. You can't resell these. If you want to resell websites, then that's what the Web Center program is for. So you fill out your distributor ID information, contact info, click on select, and under select, you'll get the pop-out. All right, these are all of our industry categories, 122 of them, but you're going to focus on the UFO categories. You would find the one that you want and you click choose design. And then the next screen is actually going to ask you for payment. It's going to ask you to enter your credit card information, $24.95. And then you're ready to go. You get login credentials to then start your digital marketing. And I did see that there was another question. It is available in every market country except for Malaysia. Our templates right now are also available in English and in Spanish in US, Canada, United Kingdom, Singapore, and Australia. We do have our legacy platform available in Hong Kong and Taiwan, and we're hopefully being able to transition that into these templates shortly here this year. But we do have some templates available, just not the same templates that we've showcased here.
For sure. Do you purchase a domain name for this site?
Yes. So ideally, you don't want to have explorema.com/Jason Pelland, right? You don't want to have explorema.com/Melanie Nelson. Correct. You're going to want to make sure that you purchase a domain name. Now, right within your tool, you can purchase a domain name and you can add as many email addresses to that domain name as you want. It's part of the digital marketing suite of services. So there is a cost based on how many years you want to register the domain for. Or you could also purchase one from our partner store like GoDaddy, right? Go to shop.com, click on GoDaddy, purchase your domain name, very affordable, and you would be able to link that domain name to this website very easily. And of course, add any email addresses that you want. So don't get nickeled and dimed by some of these other providers that, oh, you want 5 email addresses, it's going to cost you an extra $10 a year or $10 a month. You have access to as many email addresses that you want to have for your business right from the DMS portal.
Yeah, and GoDaddy and all those website, they keep throwing at you when you're checking out. Do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? Like, oh my gosh, they do try to nickel and dime you for everything. And so it might just be easier just to do it right through here. So you don't get, if this is like your first time ever doing something like this, it can be pretty intimidating being on GoDaddy if you don't know what this and this and this they're offering you. They make it sound like you absolutely need it, right? And you're like, oh my God, do I need this, right? It's so
you get a coupon code for $2.99 for a year for your domain name, but by the time you check out, it's $100.
I know, it's crazy. So this is, again, the simplest, the easiest, the most leveraged. I love it. And I think, again, it's just perfect for people who are already, either, have branded themselves in TLS or as a health professional, or are looking to, you're brand new. And what better way to say, I'm here, I've arrived, and let everybody know about it. And that's one of the things that Dennis and I are going to put together is a little, like Jason has incredible checklists for you guys to do in order to maximize your DMS in the sense of setting it up, right? And so the tutorials, the checklists, they're all there for you. Don't worry. And then Dennis and I were talking about doing like, and Jason, we want you in on this, is what do you do after it's live? Because we don't just want you to have a website that's just sitting there, right? And so we definitely want you to maximize the visibility of it. So this is going to be awesome. Oh, I love
Yeah,
it.
I think digital marketing education is going to be very important. Certainly this year. I think last year we all realized how important being online is. This is the first stepping stone. Gives you a an online presence, your online storefront. You've got the retail sites, and now it's time to teach you how to market yourself online as well.
That's right. It's going to be awesome. Somebody was asking, where do we access those tutorials?
So we're going to have them loaded up into support materials on unfranchise.com, and we'll have a lot of playlists on our YouTube channel as well. So as soon as everything is kind of compiled, we'll have them also for division specific templates. We'll have that in support materials, and we'll have an e-news and a blog, and make sure that everyone in each of the divisions knows that.
For sure. So fun.
I did also see a quick question about hosting. Hosting is included in your $24.95 per month. You get hosting included on that. Correct.
I mean, y'all should be laying eggs right now. I mean, if you don't know what this normally costs, you would be laying an egg right now. So it's pretty awesome. So again, thank you so much, Jason, for all your hard work on this. I'm so excited for our TLS community to take advantage of this. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah, and just stay tuned. Look forward to more sessions like this. Melanie, you are also an integral part of this as we kind of work through the content. I simply just plugged it in, and we revised it together. And I think we've come away with a really good product, and we're going to grow from here for sure.
Yeah, well, I did like this much. So, Jason this much, Melanie this much. So definitely appreciate everything. Thanks everyone for being on the line and listening in. And like everything in our business, you just take it one step at a time. So, you don't have to finish your website tonight, right? So get started, take one step at a time, and believe me, you'll be amazed at how simple this is. So it takes that little ounce of, courage to just take that step and go, okay, I'm going to go to Explore MA, I'm going to get it, and then I'm going to just figure it out one step at a time. And that's all you need to do. So appreciate everyone. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. And for those of you, we'll see you tonight on the Spring to Action overview, because we're gonna have some fun together and get started with that. Yay!
Absolutely. It's a great time to be involved with TLS for sure.
Heck yeah. All right. See you later.
All right. Bye, everyone.